you, Harvey. Cheers, Jeremy. Jeremy's haircut is fantastic. His daughter's doing it. Looks great. Are we on the air now? Okay, Friday, 3rd of July, 2020, live till 5. It's the big show. Hello. It's a jocking day.
Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
Same old story back again. She's not a lover, she's just a friend. I'm sick and tired for you to blame on me. Now you think it's funny. Now you wanna spend your money on girls that you forgot when you were down, that I was around. Call my lover, hang, call again. What in the world is happening? Listening, but don't yell at me. Isn't it ironic? All you wanna do is smoke on it. Boy, you forgot when you were down, who was around. I can't eat, I can't sleep anymore. Waiting for love to walk through the door. I wish I didn't miss you anymore. Memories don't live like people do. I'm set forever from being you. Wish you'd bring back the man I knew that was good to me. Alone. Every time you say you're coming, boy, you disappoint me, honey. How you forgot when you were down and I was around. I can't eat, I can't sleep anymore. Waiting for love to walk through the door. I wish I didn't miss you anymore. I can't eat, I can't sleep anymore. Waiting for love to walk through the door. I wish I didn't miss you anymore. One of these days it's gonna happen to you. Missing a love like I'm missing you. One of these days when your dreams come true.
Here I am, happy to be here.
Don't do it to you.
There's Angie Stone. Wish I didn't miss you. And in the building here, we've got Rosie. She's the producer. She's a good social distance away, about 20 feet. And then everybody else is at home. And then we've got Mark. He's the tech guy today, technical operator. Mark is about 12 feet away. And the difficulty is he's got the chocolate.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
And you know who's outside? Dave the Pigeon. He always comes by just as I start my little show. You right there, Dave? You want some millet?
When you grow up, live it like a good boy ought to. And your mama takes a shot to put their son. Something different. All the girls that seem to like you. 'Cause you're handsome, like to talk and a whole lot of fun. But now your girl is gone missing and you
alone. It's so hard to see streets on a country road when your glass is in the garbage and your continental's just been towed. We're gonna take your mama out all night, yeah, we'll show her what it's all about. We'll get her jacked up on some cheap champagne, we'll let the good times all roll out. And if the
Hands up for working particularly hard at social distancing this weekend, please. Brilliant. Hands up for NHS, public services, doctors, nurses, surgeons, care home people, and all keeping us safe. Thank you. And hands up for a delicious meal tonight. We thought boiling bacon, mash, and pineapple. What'd you say about that? Any good? I can do boiling bacon now. Yeah. Is that you, Alan?
I sat down, rather unusually, to watch Channel 4. The programme was 8 out of 10 cats. Well, I watched it for 10 minutes, and there weren't any cats to be seen. I put it down to a mistake in the Radio Times.
Must have been, yeah.
Come on, Channel 4. More programmes about cats.
I need love to ease my mind. I need to find someone to call mine. But Mama said you can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. You gotta trust, give it time. No matter how long it takes, but how many heartaches must I stand before I find the love to let me live again? Right now, the only thing that keeps me hanging on when I feel my strength, yeah, it's almost gone. I remember Mama said, no, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. How long must I wait? How much more can I take before loneliness will cause my heart to break? No, I can't bear to live my life alone. I grow impatient for a love to call my own. But when I feel that I can't go on, these precious words keeps me hanging on. I remember Mama said, no, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. She said trust, give it time. No matter how long it takes. No love don't come easy. But I keep on waiting, anticipating for that soft voice to talk to me at night, for some tender arms to hold me tight.
2 hours to go before serious jogging with no G.
I keep on waiting.
Hello, good afternoon. The big show on the air. Cloudy with some heavy rain across Scotland, Northern Ireland and northern and western parts. Drier and brighter in the southeast of England. High temperature 21, that's in Ipswich. Cloudy with outbreaks of rain pretty much everywhere, with the heaviest in western areas. That's tonight. Tomorrow, Saturday, windy with a mixture of sunshine and showers. That's all we need.
Hello, everybody. It's Boy George.
Hello, George. Hello, George.
Hello. Coming up later, darlings, it's serious jogging. All the best bangers in the world. Squeeze me.
I do like that song by Harry St. Iles.
Do you?
Watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high. We had to make do with dandelion and burdock and a Jaffa cake.
Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without. I'm just thinking
and it sounds just like a song. I want your belly and that summer feeling. I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high.
Yes, it's Watermelon Sugar High. Harry Styles. Well, email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. I'll do that one more time. steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2, please. Calls, emails and texts then. Let's do new skills and hobbies and jobs learned and acquired whilst in lock-in. New skills, hobbies and jobs learned and acquired during lock-in. Mine is actually cooking a roast. I can cook a roast properly now. I can do that. I've learned. It might be DIY or painting or arts and crafts or playing an instrument or car mechanics or language. Learning a language, that is, or cooking or doing the washing up, doing the washing, gardening. What have you learned whilst you've been locked in? Let's also do shout-outs for carers, of course, and NHS and key workers as usual. steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. And some general hellos as well. You know, if you just want to say hello to somebody, no particular reason, that's cool too. So that's steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291, tweet us at BBC Radio 2. New skills, hobbies and jobs learned and acquired in lock-in. DIY could be arts and crafts, car mechanics, that'd be good. Do birthdays and anniversaries. If you're having a birthday today or it's a special anniversary in your life, let us know. And shout-outs for carers, of course, NHS and key workers everywhere as usual. And general hellos. So now you're up to date.
BBC Sounds of the 90s.
With Fern Cotton. Every week we play incredible 90s tunes. And on the latest episode, I'm joined by Laura Whitmore and my husband, Jesse Wood.
BBC Sounds of the 90s.
With Fern Cotton. Available to hear now on the free BBC Sounds app.
When you try to find the words but they ain't flowing, when you're sitting by the phone but no one's calling, call me up and I'll be on my way. When you're acting like you're fine but you ain't coping, and you're listening to too much Leonard Cohen, hallelujah's just a prayer away. If you're lost and alone in the dark and you're all cried out, if you're bruised and you're broken, I'm hoping you hear me out. Sometimes everybody needs a when you're down and out, your heart is breaking, and with every single smile you're faking it, I got it. Oh, and every ray of hope is fading, when you're crying out but no one takes you in, I got it. When you feel as though you're drowning in an ocean, and you try to swim but you can't find the motion, hold on tight and let me take you home. When you try to walk but all you do is stagger, and you try to dance but you can't move like Jagger, I won't leave you dancing on your own. If you're lost and alone in the dark and you're all cried out, if you're bruised and you're broken, I'm hoping you hear me out. Sometimes everybody needs a when you're down and out, your heart is breaking, and with every single smile you're faking it, I got it. Oh, and every ray of hope is fading, when you're crying out but no one takes you in, I got it. Oh, oh, Sometimes everybody needs light. When you're down and out, your heart is breaking. And with every single smile you're faking it.
That is J.P. Cooper. They'll do your conveyancing. Whatever you need, really. Friday afternoon, busiest show. We got Luke Combs on with us later, country music star, with his new single 6 Feet Apart. Angelica Bell, presenter from Martin Lewis's Money Show, and others, talking about the new latest 500 words children's writing competition. There's Tim Smith at home. There's Bobby Pryor with the traffic from floor 5. There's Harvey Cook with the news in his booth. There's Mike Williams with the sport at home. The oldies chosen by Richard Payne from Huddersfield in West Yorkshire. Sue Barker, John Legend and Toby Jones, best of the guests. And at 4:15, it's Serious Jockin' with No G, all on the big show.
Still right in the afternoon. Great Britain.
find the version of this by DJ Sven. Maybe play it in the Jockin'. Let's go through the computer now, see what we can do.
We've been invited back into the households of 4 famous family members in lockdown
This one's for the Keatings in lockdown.
to hear the songs that they hold dear.
It is probably my favourite song ever written.
Family Rhythms with Lisa Tarbuck.
Our house is often filled with music. Our kids love dancing. It just feels like our happiest song. It means so much to us.
Every song in the world, I suppose, has something to somebody, and it just happens that these ones mean something to us.
BBC Radio 2's Family Rhythms.
A 2-part special.
Music for us is a tonic.
Tissues at the ready.
Continuing Saturday night from 9.
Steve Wright in the
Hey everyone, this is Paul McCartney. Woo-hoo. Hey, don't forget Serious Jockin' every Friday, only on Radio 2 with DJ Silly Boy.
That's today.
Never contemplated a sad life since I found a medicine jar. Now I can ignore all my troubles. I don't think I have the heart. This weight is crippling, this weight is crippling me. It's the same old story. This weight is crippling, this weight is crippling me. I fire it up and blow it out. I build it up and tear it down. Some of the ocean scale the lake. And I pray for the better days. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Looking for a new revolution. This one didn't get very far. I never want to spoil an illusion. Abracadabra. This rain keeps dripping, this rain keeps dripping on me. It's the same old story. This rain keeps dripping, this rain keeps dripping on me. I fire it up and blow it out. I build it up and tear it down. Some of the ocean scale the lake. But I pray for the better days. I fire it up and blow it out. I build it up and I tear it down. Crying the joke back at the rage. And I pray for the better days. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I lost my mind. I found every single one. But I can't do right for doing wrong. I fire it up and blow it out. I build it up and tear it down.
Biffy Clyro.
With the ocean scale the lake.
Hey Steve, my 5-year-old daughter is a massive fan of yours. And every time you come on, she shouts, "It's Steve!" So can you say hello to Georgie? Hello, Georgie. It'll make her day. Thank you, from Rachel Rind. Steve, you're going to give a birthday shout out for Stephanie from Ray, having afternoon tea to celebrate. We would be delighted if you could give a shout out for our 10th wedding anniversary today. Karen and Dave Smith from Irthlingborough in Northamptonshire. You got it.
We're in the home stretch of the hard times. We took a hard left, but we're alright. Yeah, life sure can try to put love to it, but we built this right, so nothing's ever gonna move it. When the bones are good, the rest don't matter. Yeah, the pain could peel, the glass could shatter. Let it rain, 'cause you and I remain the same. When there ain't a crack in the foundation, baby, I know when it's storm we're facing, we'll go right over while we stay put. The house don't fall when the bones are good.
call it dumb love, but baby, you and I can't even mess it up. No, we both try, and no, it won't always go the way we planned it. But the wolves came and went, and we're still standing when the bones are good. The rest don't matter. Yeah, the pain could kill, the glass could shatter, let it break. 'Cause you and I remain the same, and there ain't a crack in the foundation. Baby, I know any storm we're facing will blow right over while we stay put. The house don't fall when the bones are good.
Maren Morris, Hosier. Hello, this is Radio 2. How you doing? During lockdown, this is what I've learned: how to ignore my husband whilst looking as if I'm interested. From a long-suffering, loving wife, though, Fiona. I know you're just joshing. I know. There's another one. During lockdown, I've learned that my wife is actually very intelligent. Come on, stop it. Great show from Dave with no surname in Swansea, I bet. My new skill is growing fruit and veg. So far, got cucumbers, potatoes and green beans, all delish. That's from Joe in Pontefract. And Steve, I've learned which are the best couriers and the best food box companies. That's Paul in Edinburgh.
Monopoly 21 checkers and chess. Yeah. Mr. Fred Lassie in a breakfast mess. Yeah. Let's play Twister, let's play Risk. Yeah. I'll see you in heaven if you make the list. Now, Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Andy, are you goofing on Elvis too, baby? Are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up their sleeve, then nothing is cool. Moses went walking with the staff of wood. Yeah. Newton got mean by the apple wood. Yeah. Egypt was troubled by the horrible asp. Yeah. Mr. Charles Darwin had the golden mask. Now, Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Hey, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are you having fun? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up their sleeve, nothing is cool. Here's a little edge for the never believer. Yeah. Here's a little ghost for the offering. Yeah. Here's a truck stop instead of St. Peter's. Yeah. coffin's gone wrestling. Yeah. Now, Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the pond? Hey, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are we losing tough? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up their sleeve, nothing is cool.
Luke Combs on with us later, and Angelica Bell. And there's Serious Jockin' too. There's REM, Man on the Moon. And now, can I bring on Bobster and also Tim Smith? Bobster is downstairs and Tim Smith in Oxford. What you got there, Tim?
In 1954, George Cowling became the BBC's first ever television weatherman. Before working for the Beeb, he'd worked for the Met Office and also for the RAF.
And Bobster.
Peanut-loving elephants are a myth. Elephants, Asian or otherwise, don't eat peanuts in the wild, nor are peanuts a typical diet for captive elephants. In fact, most elephants don't even appear to like them very much.
The lips are the most attractive facial feature on women, it says here from Manchester University. According to this survey, in the first 10 seconds of meeting a woman, an average man will spend around half the time looking at her lips. If the woman is wearing lipstick, then it attracts men's attention even more. Now back to you, Tim.
Home Fen in Cambridgeshire is the lowest point in Britain. It's about 8 feet 2 inches below sea level.
Cold showers have more health benefits than hot or warm showers. These include improving circulation, stimulating weight loss and easing depression. And now here's the Bobster.
Dextrophobia is the fear of what?
Is it some kind of lotion?
No,
it's about being it's somebody who's left-handed and right-handed. It's the fear of something dexterous.
It's the fear of having objects to your right.
Oh, I like that.
Toys.
If you want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon, email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291, or tweet at BBC Radio 2.
I don't know about you. There's something in his eyes. He's keeping secrets. I don't know about you. There's something in his eyes. He's keeping secrets.
What a way to drop a bombshell, baby. Guess you really didn't think I'd find out. In the silence, crying. On the side with the lights out. Know that you feel it, know that you feel it, holding up my heart and head. Falling out of love again. Falling on my in bed. Falling out of love again. Spend a very, very long night sipping with my girl, sipping wine like I don't know about you. There's something in his eyes. He's keeping secrets. I don't know about you. Something in his eyes, he's keeping secrets. I'ma have to take a mugshot, baby. What you doing? Tell me, it's coming on out here. On my knees, I'm praying. In the room on the floor with the lights down. Clothes in the kitchen, I'ma light it and leave it for you. Holding up my heart and head. Falling out of love again. Yeah. Falling on my in bed. Falling out of love again. Spend a very, very long night sipping with my girl, sipping wine like I don't know about you. Something in his eyes, he's keeping secrets. I don't know about you.
look at some news today. Boris Johnson urges the public to act responsibly when lockdown is eased in England on Saturday tomorrow. A number of businesses, including restaurants, pubs, hairdressers and cinemas, will be allowed to open their doors for the first time since March. Also today, people arriving in England from more than 50 countries, including France, Spain, Germany and Italy, will no longer need to quarantine from the 10th of July, the Department of Transport has confirmed. And the UK government is planning to introduce daily televised press briefings later this year. A Downing Street source said the new format, similar to the one used by the White House in the US, let's hope not exactly similar,
What could go wrong?
Exactly. Is expected to be brought in by October. BBC Proms, organisers of the Proms are having to devise multiple programmes for every concert now because of uncertainties over how many performers will be allowed on stage due to the pandemic. So we'll bring you those details next week because we've got a couple of people on from the Proms. Don't know if you guys saw this earlier on. Mood music, who likes who? If you like David Bowie, apparently you might be neurotic. If you like Marvin Gaye, you're emotionally stable. If you're introverted, you might like Nirvana. Agreeable, Billy Joel.
Please, who comes up with this list? I mean, I like all kinds of music. What does that make me then?
Well, I don't know. Out of all those people then, Tim, Ozzy Osbourne, Whitney Houston, David Bowie, Marvin Gaye, Beyonce, Nirvana.
Out of those, Marvin Gaye, without a doubt.
Yeah, you're just saying that because you want to be emotionally stable, right?
I am, you know that.
Of course you are. All right, let's have a look and see what's occurring. What you got there, Bobster?
London Art Week has started digitally, celebrating the art galleries of Mayfair and St James, with over 50 leading art galleries and auction houses participating, staging major exhibitions featuring works from antiquity to the present day. The Independence Day fireworks returned to Mount Rushmore after an 11-year absence, and the Ledbury Poetry Festival, Britain's largest poetry festival, has started virtually and runs until the 12th of July.
And do we have a birthday today, Tim?
We do. The American actress and singer Audra McDonald is 50.
Here she is, I think, talking about her part as Billie Holiday in the West End.
It's based on an actual concert that happened in 1959, 4 months before she passed away. A man who knew the playwright went to this concert, and there was only about 8 or 10 people in the audience, and she kind of stumbled on stage, sang a couple of numbers, had her dog with her, said a few things, and then left. And he was so taken by that and the fact that there were so few people in the audience with this icon at the end of her life. He was just so moved, and he told his friend about it, and his friend was so moved about it, he popped up one night out of bed and wrote a play about it. And that's what this is based on. Yeah.
How long was her career? When did her career start?
Her career started fairly early. I think she was probably about 17, 18 when she first started really becoming noticed, and she would die at age 44.
And as a black artist in that era, it was difficult for her professionally.
Very, very difficult. I mean, obviously she had personal tragedies as well, you know, being addicted to drugs and alcohol and abusive relationships and whatnot. But just at that time, being a black artist and then being a black female artist, she had everything stacked up against her.
Audra McDonald. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon.
You were my sun, you were my earth. You didn't know all the ways I loved you, no. So you took a chance and made other plans. But I bet you didn't think that they would come crashing down, no. You don't have to say what you did, I already know. I found out right now. There's just no chance when you and me, there'll never be. And don't it make you sad about it? Told me you love me, why did you leave me all alone? Now you tell me you need me, when you call me on the phone. Girl, I refuse, you must have me confused with some other guy. Bridges go burn, now it's your turn to cry. Show me a rhythm, show me a rhythm, show me a rhythm, show me a rhythm, yeah, yeah.
unsaid. It wasn't like you only talk to him and you know it. Don't act like you don't know it. All of these things people told me keep messing with my head. Should've picked honesty, then you may not have thought it. Don't have to say what you did. I already know. Now there's just no chance. You and me. And don't it make you sad about it? Told me you love me. Why did you leave me all alone? All alone. Tell me you need me. When you call me on the phone. Call me on the phone. Girl, I refuse. You must have me confused with some other guy. Not like them, baby. The bridges were burned. Now it's your turn. It's your turn to cry. So tell me a river. Go on and just tell me a river. Go on and just tell me a river. Baby, go on and just tell me a river.
Damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving.
Cry Me a River, Justin Timberlake. Now we got 12 minutes to 3. Steve enjoying your little show as we're en route to Dereham in Norfolk to spend the weekend with my brother Michael and sister-in-law Kerry. Keep up the good work. Simon and Adele. Shout out to the fellas and girls at HW Bartlett & Son in Ashton, working hard through lockdown. And Steve, give a shout out to my favourite paramedic Joe Warren, who's just finished a 12-hour shift. Wow. From her loving husband Chris. You got it. All right, let's go back to the Bob stuff. For the latest, Bobby.
Steve, thank you. M6 Thirlwell Viaduct problems. Now, if you're heading on to the southbound side at junction 21, that earlier accident has gone. However, the entry slit road, you've got it partially blocked by an accident there. The M60 anti-clockwise, we've got one lane closed with a broken down lorry at junction 17. The M6 on the northbound side between 12 and 13 at Stafford South, there's a breakdown there. And the M6 northbound, 8 to 9 at Wednesbury, we've got one lane shut with a broken down tanker as well. M1 southbound 29 for Chesterfield, 2 lanes closed with an accident. And to the M25, not big queues, but anti-clockwise at Clackett Lane services to 5 for the M26. Take care, there's a breakdown. And anti-clockwise exit Slit Road to the M40 heading south at 16. There's an overturned vehicle there. They're waiting for that to be recovered. If you're heading into central London, A4 Pall Mall East in London, there's a rolling roadblock between Piccadilly Circus down towards Whitehall. Because this demonstration is passing Hyde Park Corner through Piccadilly down to Whitehall, so the police are intermittently holding the traffic for this demonstration. And then finally to the A30 at Treswithian, we've got it closed both ways. There's an oil spillage still being cleared up between Camborne West and the Loggins roundabout. Back with another one for you, half an hour.
Thank you. with us later, country music star with his new single 6 Feet Apart, and Angelica Bell, presenter from Martin Lewis Money Show, talking about the latest 500 words children's writing competition. Tim is there in Oxford and Bobby is downstairs looking at some anniversaries, guys. Tom Stoppard, first of all, for you, Tim.
Esteemed British playwright, but born actually in the Czech Republic, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. How'd you know that? Czech-born playwright known for Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. And 1996, when rain stops play at Wimbledon Lawn Tennis Championships, this person launches into a spontaneous concert, leading spectators through some of his old hits. Who was it?
Cliff Richard, of course.
Yeah. This day, 2003, Libertine singer and guitarist Pete Doherty arrested after breaking into band member Carl Barrett's flat and stealing a laptop computer and a guitar. And let's do the guest catch-up. Friday afternoon, here comes a few of the guests who've been on the show this week. On Monday, we spoke to Sue Barker because even though Wimbledon's been cancelled due to the coronavirus pandemic, Sue's been presenting Wimbledon, the best of the championships on BBC Two, looking back at some of the greatest tennis matches from SW19. And we asked Sue about her favourite memory from Wimbledon.
Andy Murray winning the last point in 2013. That last game, if anyone remembers that last game against Djokovic, it was absolutely terrifying. I mean, 77 years. I mean, please, Andy, do it now, particularly after 2012 when he burst into tears and the whole nation sort of sobbed with him when he lost to Federer, to come back and win it the next year and end all those years of a British man not winning. It was absolutely fantastic.
John Legend was on Tuesday's show talking about his new album, Bigger Love, which features his latest single, Never Break, which is on our playlist. It's an album that John says is happy and summery, and it was pretty much finished before the coronavirus came along.
You know, I was writing these songs and I didn't know we were going to be releasing it into a pandemic. And you never know what life is going to be like or what the world is going to be like when you release an album. And there's usually quite a lead up to working on it, all the time you spend on it. So you never know 6 months later what the world's going to be like when it comes out. But I was primarily in a good mood and writing about happy subjects and songs about love and hope and resilience and optimism. And then the world turns upside down. And so you wonder, does it feel appropriate now? People might need a lift right now. People might need something uplifting.
And on Wednesday, Toby Jones was on to tell us about the award-winning BBC Two drama Marvellous, which was first on telly 6 years ago. It tells the true story of Neil Baldwin, played by Toby.
This story, when it came to me, I couldn't believe it was true. It was a guy who, I suppose you would say, learning difficulties, although he's an extraordinary man in that he has achieved so much with his life, inspired by the resilience and optimism of his mother. He became a clown. He became the kit man of Stoke City. And this is all came about through the sheer force of his personality and determination in the course of the drama. You see the way that he is irresistible to the people he approaches.
Country superstar Luke Combs on with us later, and Angelica Bell, presenter from Martin Lewis Money Show, and others. And there'll be Serious Jockin' at 4:15. That's with no G. Manic Monday. Kate Rusby remake. Steve, quick shout out to all the folk at HW Bartlett and Son. We're out delivering PPE, says this, to the Avanti care homes in Kent. Say hi from Olivia, age 12, and my dad, Jeff. Just another Manic Monday. I love that song. It's a great song. Good version. So when we come back, the non-stop oldies chosen by Richard Payne from Huddersfield in West Yorkshire.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Harvey Cook. The First Ministers of Wales and Scotland have accused the UK government of shambolic decision-making over new plans to allow people to travel to other countries without needing to self-isolate for 2 weeks on their return. A list is due to be published of more than 50 countries, including France, Spain and Italy, which will be exempt from the current quarantine rules. But a lack of consensus between the home nations means the list will only apply to people arriving in England. The Welsh First Minister Mark Drakeford was scathing in his criticism.
Dealing with the UK government over the last few days has been an utterly shambolic experience. If ever there was an example of making an announcement first and then trying to work out what you meant by it, that is what we have seen since this announcement was first trailed in the press.
A woman who pleaded guilty to planning a suicide bomb attack on St Paul's Cathedral in London has been sentenced to life in prison with a minimum term of 14 years. Sophia Sheikh, 37, was known as Michelle Ramsden before she converted to Islam. Our Home Affairs correspondent Dominic Casciani is at the Old Bailey.
She unwittingly fell into a trap set by undercover officers, began talking to them, believing they were Islamic State group bomb makers, set out her plan, proved it was advanced by carrying out reconnaissance, and met them and handed over bags which she believed would be returned to her with bombs in them. The judge said it was clear to him that had she actually got in touch with a real bomber, she would have gone ahead with her plans.
20 Saudi Arabian nationals have gone on trial in Turkey in connection with the murder of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. His fiancée, Hatice Cengiz, was the first to give evidence on the killing of Mr Khashoggi inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul almost 2 years ago. The Saudi defendants are being tried in their absence. Official figures show that almost 20,000 care home residents died in England and Wales between March and mid-June after contracting coronavirus. The highest number of deaths were in southeast England. A separate report found there were fewer infections in care homes which offered sick pay or made less frequent use of agency staff. Sarah Gorton from Unison says she's not surprised.
We know that if you provide proper training, if you have well-supported staff with full access to full sick pay, then you reduce the likelihood that anybody who is feeling unwell will come to work. And obviously that's really important in controlling the spread of COVID.
The historian David Starkey has resigned his honorary fellowship at Fitzwilliam College in Cambridge for making racist remarks. He's also been stripped of his post as a visiting professor at Canterbury Christ Church University. The former marathon world record holder Wilson Kipsang of Kenya has been banned for 4 years for anti-doping violations. Kipsang, who was a bronze medalist at the 2012 Olympics, was given an automatic ban for failing 4 times to be available for drug testing and for providing false evidence regarding a missed drug test. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 3.
Thanks, Harvey.
Wright in the afternoon.
Yeah!
BBC Radio 2.
Now, the non-stop oldies brought to you daily by Steve Wright in the afternoon.
sun scorching like a glass of cold lemonade. I will do the laundry if you pay all the bills. Where is my John Wayne? Where is my prairie sun? Where is my happy ending? Where have all the cowboys gone? Why don't you stay the evening, kick back and watch the TV, and I'll fix a little something to eat. Oh, I know your back hurts from working on the tractor. How do you take your coffee, my sweet? I will raise the children if you pay all the bills. Where is my John Wayne? Where is my prairie sun? Where is my happy ending? Where have all the cowboys gone? I am wearing my new dress tonight, but you don't even notice We finally sold our Chevy when we had another baby, and you took the job in Tennessee. You made friends at the farm, and you joined them at the bar almost every single day of the week. I will wash the dishes while you go have a beer. Where is my John Wayne? Where is my prairie sun? Where is my happy ending? Where have all the cowboys gone? Where is my Marlboro man? Where is his shiny gun? Where is my lonely ranger? Where have all the cowboys gone?
Came outside to watch the night fall with the rain. I heard you making buttons rhyme like some new romantic looking for TV song. You'll see I'm right some other time. Look now, look all around. There's no sign of life, voices, another sound. Can you hear me now? This is planet Earth. You're looking at planet Earth. This is planet Earth. My head is stuck on something precious. Let me know if you're coming down to land. Is there anybody out there trying to get through? My eyes so cloudy I can't see you. Look now, look all around. There's no sign of life, voices, another sound.
Duran and Planet Earth. And these oldies chosen by Richard Payne. Hello, Richard, from Huddersfield in West Yorkshire. I'm a rippin' 80s boy living in Huddersfield. I'm a maths teacher by trade. I've been working from home through the lockdown and really miss the teenage comedy and banter and cheekiness. Start a new job at Brooksbank School in Elland in September, which is where my 17-year-old son Callum Henry goes. So as you can imagine, he's absolutely delighted to have Dad arriving. I'd like to dedicate my oldies to my sister Lindsay K. Gill. She's a nurse at Harrogate Hospital, and she gives me an insight into how amazing everyone there has been throughout these difficult times. Although Lindsay has given me a vicious haircut this week, please tell her I love her lots. A vicious haircut. I think that's better than severe, isn't it? Vicious or severe. Please send a shout out to my mum and dad Terry and Beryl Payne in Ripon, Peter and the Kate Girls in Harrogate, Fiona, Mirela and Oli in Totnes, and Mark and Ian in Bristol. Thanks for playing my oldies. You got it. And a badge on its way.
We're 1,000 miles from comfort. We have traveled land and sea. But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would away forever, exalted in the sea. As long as I am with you, my heart continues to beat. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. We set out on a mission to find our inner peace, make it everlasting, so nothing's incomplete. It's easy being with you, sacred simplicity. As long as we're together, there's no place I'd rather be. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, no, no.
So many destination faces, going to so many places where the weather is much better and the food is so much cheaper. Well, I help her with her baggies, for the baggage is so heavy. I hear the plane is ready by the gateway to take my love away. And I can't believe that she really wants to leave me. And it's getting me so. It's getting me so. Airport. Airport. You've got a smiling face. You took the one I love so far away. Fly her away. Fly her away.
How I wish I'd been much stronger. For the wheels are turning faster as I hear the winds are blowing. I know that she is leaving on a jet plane, way down the runaway. I can't believe that you really want to leave me, and it's getting me so. It's getting me so.
To go before serious jocking. Just saying.
And it's getting me so. It's getting me so.
At 5 p.m. today, Sarah Cox, You Choose the Tunes for All Request Friday. That's at 5. Tony Blackburn's Golden Hour at 8. Tony's top Friday night tunes include Madonna, Beach Boys, Marvin Gaye, and many more. Sounds of the 80s, Gary Davis, that's at 9. Gary celebrates Vince Clarke's 60th birthday with a special master mix featuring Yazoo, Erasure, and early Depeche Mode. Sounds of the 90s, Fern Cotton at 11, and then it's Craig Charles' House Party at 1. And these are the non-stop oldies which continue now. It's Clout and Substitute.
Not coming home. Sam, you've been loyal, true and faithful all this time with being alone. If I could get that same dedication
Hello. I've started giving all my friends nicknames based on high street shops. You could be next.
Devenir gris. Devenir gris. Un homme dans une gare isolée, une valise à ses côtés, deux yeux fixes et froids, montre de la peur nocive, se tourne pour se cacher. Sans la pluie comme un été anglais, entend les notes d'une chanson lointaine, sortant de derrière un poster, espérant que la vie ne fût aussi longue.
Stepping out from a backdrop poster, wishing life wouldn't be so long.
Devenir
We fade grey. We fade grey.
Visage, we fade to grey on the non-stop oldies.
I know you're leaving, it's too long overdue. For far too long, I've had nothing new to show to you. Goodbye, dry eyes, I watched your plane fade off west of the moon. And it felt so strange to walk away alone. There's no regrets, no tears goodbye. I don't want you back. We'd only cry again. Say goodbye again. The hours that were yours echo like empty rooms. The thoughts we used to share I now keep alone. woke last night and spoke to you, not thinking you were gone. And it felt so strange to lie awake alone. There's no regrets, no tears goodbye. I don't want you back. We'd only cry again. Say goodbye again.
Thank you for those non-stop oldies. Now let's do a few shout-outs. Can you please say hello and shout out to Jimmy and Hatchie, who are building an extension in Childwall in Liverpool. Can you tell Hatchie to get off his phone and load me up with bricks, otherwise the job will still be going at Christmas. Okay, you got that message? Steve, please can you do a shout-out to Mark and Ellie from Islington. It's our 13th wedding anniversary on the 7th of July. I'm working from home and Ellie is cleaning. Thank you, Mark from Islington. Steve, say happy birthday to me, Marty McGill, working hard at Henderson's Butchers in Roker in Sunderland. Pleased to meet you. And I'm having banjo. I've been having banjo lessons via Skype in the new Skills. This is from the great John Dowling in Cornwall. That's Paul in Cheshire. The lessons coming from John Dowling. Luke Combs and Angelica Bell coming up with us soon. And some things that you should know just before we go to traffic. This is what you need to know. Corona update. Northern Ireland's museums, heritage sites, hotels, bars, restaurants and cafes have reopened today after months of closure during the coronavirus lockdown. From tomorrow, Saturday, in England, a number of businesses will be allowed to start reopening, including hairdressers, barbers, restaurants, cafes, bars, pubs, hotels and holiday accommodation. Cinemas and theatres can also reopen and concert halls can open, but live performances are not permitted. Theme parks, cinemas and indoor attractions such as zoos and aquariums are also allowed to reopen. Bingo halls, museums, galleries and outdoor gyms have also been given the green light to reopen. In Scotland, outdoor hospitality such as beer gardens and outdoor areas of cafes can begin trading again from Monday, that's Monday the 6th, and shopping centres are likely to be allowed to reopen from the 13th of July and indoor areas of pubs and restaurants on the 15th of July. And in Wales, some pubs, bars, cafes and restaurants will be able to be reopened outdoors from July 13th. And now you're up to date. And here's the traffic with Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, M62 westbound at 27 Gildersham. Take care, there's a broken down lorry, but you can squeeze past. The M6 problems. First of all, northbound 15 to 16. We've still got that broken down lorry and oil spillage. It's actually just before Keel services. M6 southbound 14 to 13. Got another breakdown towards Stafford South. So we've got one lane shut there. And then to the A13 in Barking eastbound, we've got on the Kingsbridge Road at Movers Lane, we've got an accident, so one lane is blocked on the eastbound route. It's causing big queues back on the North Circular and back before the Beckton flyover as well, so it is really slow. It's one worth avoiding if you can. To Great Malvern, the A449 Wells Road, we've got it closed because of this dangerous structure between the Abbey Road and Church Street, so you can't get through there. Warmwell, the A353 is blocked both ways. There's an accident between the 352, which is the Warmwell Cross, and the Poxwell turn-off. That's the Rigsted turn-off as well. So Weymouth to Bear Regis, the A353 remains shut, and it is worth a miss. And finally, A30 westbound only now closed with the oil spillage between Camborne West and the Logansmore roundabout. Eastbound opened about half an hour ago. Back with another one, half an hour.
Cloudy with outbreaks of rain tonight pretty much everywhere, with the heaviest in western areas tomorrow, Saturday. Windy with a mixture of sunshine and showers. Lights on tonight. Glasgow 10:04, in Belfast 10:02, in Cardiff 9:32 and in Poole 9:23.
Got to hold and give, but do it at the right time.
Hi, it's Gabby Logan here, and this weekend Radio 2 is travelling back 30 years to a football tournament that helped define an era and transform a sport.
This is the pinnacle, this is the climax, this is what we've worked for.
Italian 90.
One of the most open World Cups there's ever been.
It had everything. Highs,
Lineker with a great shot,
lows,
Waddle has ballooned it,
and theme music that brought opera to the masses.
Passion, penalties and Pavarotti.
This Saturday night at 8 on BBC Radio 2.
herself out in the street. All the cars stop at her feet. Little darling, close the door. Lay down naked on the floor. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the saddest of them all? Remember times when you were young, all the things you said and done. Little Susie's on the phone, Daddy's drinking on his own. Your mother wonders was the last. Now it seems your time has passed. Stand by my side, it'll be alright. 'Cause down on Salamander Street, all the cars stop at your feet tonight. All the lights are turning red. You should have stayed at home instead. November streets are getting cold. Another body bought and sold. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the saddest of them all? Stand by my side, it'll be alright. 'Cause down on Salamander Street, all the cars stop at your feet tonight. Alright, oh, and I went looking for the things I'll never find, and I'm hoping for the love you held inside. I'd stand by my side, it'll be alright. 'Cause down on Salamander Street, all the cars stop at your feet tonight. Oh, down on Salamander Street, all the cars stop at your feet tonight.
Down on Salamander Street.
This is the Big Show in the afternoon.
Angelica Bell is a broadcaster who you'll know from such a range of telly shows, starting with a 7-year career on CBBC, followed by work for The One Show, Dog Rescuers, and The Martin Lewis Money Show, which is currently airing on ITV. She's also a presenter on Scala Radio. I wasn't watching last night on the Martin Lewis thing, but I gather you did a thing about takeaway meals. Is that right, Angelica?
That's right. Martin had a clever trick to save on a takeaway from Uber Eats. He teased it at the beginning of the show, and all of the tweets were like, tell us about this takeaway. And the last thing I said as I came off air was, I'm off to get my takeaway. Because we all love a takeaway, don't we?
Oh, we do, yeah. I mean, I've been living off them, really. How have you been coping with the COVID-19? How have you been coping yourself, generally?
I think I'm the fittest that I've ever been, because I was just like, I've got to get out and run, got to get out, and I've been getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to avoid everyone. So my body clock, I go to bed about 7:30, wake up at 5.
Wow.
So that's,
really?
Yeah.
Wow. And that
that's
works
to get
for
everything
you?
done.
Yeah.
It works for me. It
Okay.
works for me. It's funny. It's even before I was quite an early riser, but I'll get up at say 5. I might do some emails, might exercise, and then if I sent some emails and no one's got back to me at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, where is everybody? Why are they ignoring me? Why are they ignoring me? I'm like, what have I done?
Let's move on. Last month, 500 Words, the short story writing competition for children aged 5 to 13, created by our friend Chris Evans, came to an end after 10 years on Radio 2, with over 1 million stories having been submitted since 2011. Angelica Bell and her husband Michael Underwood have launched a new competition, 500 Words Black Lives Matter, inviting children aged 5 to 13 of all ethnicities and backgrounds throughout the UK to submit pieces of creative writing expressing personal experience, empathy, learning and respect, building on the international conversation around that issue. The deadline for entries is 11:59 p.m. tonight, and I'll give you some contact details soon. How's it going so far on that then, Angelica?
It's going really well. Obviously, like you said, 500 words, massive, going for 10 years. And I think Chris wanted to just bring it to a new era, just make it a bit more responsive and reactive to the world we live in. Children are so savvy, they've got so many opinions. And so this is the first thing. It's sort of like a pop-up one. I think he's going to do other ones with different topics as well. And this is the first one. He wanted us to front it. And it's been really good. Loads of people have been interacting. Loads of teachers have been in contact, parents, carers and stuff, saying that it's great. Their children have talked about it before, and this gives them a good way to express themselves.
Angelica, who are you going to judge this with?
We've got Mallory Blackman, OBE. She's a former children's laureate. Charlie Higson, and he's done a picture for us, an exclusive picture, which is brilliant. And we've got Frank Cottrell-Boyce, Francesca Simon, and then obviously Michael and I will be there as well if needed. And also we've had thousands of people apply to be judges to whittle down the entries as well. Lots of people, so they're going to do the initial work, then we'll see when they've whittled it down to a smaller number.
So essentially then, Angelica, the rules as they've always been, a story in 500 words, but they've got to get it to you tonight by midnight. How are they going to submit it?
They go to the website 500words.me and all the details are there, and you can submit it by the website, so it's clear, just write what you want. So it's just their take, giving them a voice. So obviously, hopefully they're not up at 11:59. Everyone will be in their bed.
Yes.
So if you are up, get your parents to do it at that time, but that is the deadline.
Okay. Let me just reiterate that. You have to have entered your story online at 500words.me by 11:59. That doesn't mean, as Angelica says, you stay up till then. I mean, get it in before if you can. I know that you've got your radio show on Scala Radio. Did I mention Scala Radio? Shh. What did I do that for? Next, I'll be talking about Simon Mayo.
We love him.
Yeah. How's it going down there? All right.
Oh, I love it. It's great. It's so good. It's classical music, but with a spin. Like on.
Yes, all right.
Saturday.
All right.
No, it's amazing. I love it so much. But obviously, Steve, we love you too. And we're not clashing. My show and your show aren't clashing, so it's fine. Everyone's a winner.
No, and we love all radio stations. We love Chris. We love everybody, don't we? Of course we do. The deadline for stories for 500 Words Black Lives Matter is 11:59 tonight, and to submit stories and to find out all the details, head to 500words.me, and you'll be back on, of course, on Martin's show next week as well, and you have got your radio show, so you're busy, and getting up at 5 o'clock. Yeah.
I'll need matchsticks for my eyes soon.
It is kind of insane, but I think we respect you for it. Thanks, Angelica. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Love.
Angelica, bye, everybody. Thank you.
88 to 91 FM. ABC Radio 2.
team, I've just started a GCSE astronomy course during lockdown via a well-known distance learning provider. Cheers from Sid in Ely. And Steve and team, I've learned how to use a multimeter to fault diagnose my powerless vacuum cleaner. Have you? We're going to get a lot of those, I know. One of the bushes in the motor had seized. When it worked first time, I was well pleased with myself and nearly fell over with a metaphorical shock. Yes. Thanks for keeping me company during lockdown, Simon Young. Well done, Simon. And now here we are returning for some factoids. Here's Tim Smith.
You know when you see monkeys grooming each other, you think they're picking out fleas, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
They're not. Monkeys don't have fleas. What they're doing is removing dead skin, which they then eat.
Oh, that's not nice, is it, really? Still.
What's better than fleas?
I suppose it is, really, yeah. I mean, you'd want something on that, wouldn't you? Like a...
Yes.
A sauce?
Like a sauce.
Here's Bobby. What you got?
There are an estimated 389 billion slugs just living in UK gardens. All of the gardens, not just yours, obviously. There are an average of 20,000 slugs per garden in the UK. That's 200 per square metre.
I think they're quite friendly looking, actually, slugs. Nearly a quarter of the body's bones can be found in our feet. 26 bones per foot. Now, Tim.
The three most common elements in the universe are hydrogen, helium and oxygen.
Factoids.
What a year that was.
The first day feels
Watching the sunset over the festival at the Glastonbury side.
watching night turn to day.
Everyone is smiling.
I will never forget the day Glastonbury turned pink.
By Glasgow! A Glastonbury to remember.
It was amazing.
Relive the best of the festival. Watch on BBC iPlayer. Listen on BBC Sound.
That's very exciting.
The BBC, bringing us closer.
When the dogwoods start to bloom and the crickets hum their tune, that's usually about the time that I feel most alive. But the news has all been bad and the whole world seems so sad. I ain't had much else going on, so I sat down and wrote this song. I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss the road, I miss my band, giving hugs and shaking hands. It's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes. But there'll be crowds and there'll be shows, and there will be light after dark someday when we aren't 6 feet apart. First thing that I'm gonna do, slide on in some corner booth and take the whole damn family out, buy my buddies all around, pay some extra on the tab, catch a movie, catch a cab, watch a ball game from the stands, probably overwash my hands. I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss the road, I miss my band, giving hugs and shaking hands. Well, it's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes. But there'll be crowds and there'll be shows, and there will be light after dark someday when we are 6 feet apart.
Luke Combs is on the line with us. Luke Combs is without doubt one of the hottest country artists right now. His latest album, What You See Is What You Get, is the biggest selling country record in the UK this year. He's a 3-time CMA award winner and he's had over 5.5 billion streams. Back in May, in the middle of lockdown, Luke released 6 Feet Apart, which you just heard there. He co-wrote it with Brent Cobb and Rob Snyder, and they wanted to write a song about the coronavirus pandemic. It was the first country track to be written and recorded during the pandemic. And I think we're going over to Nashville now to join Luke Combs. Yeah. Hey. How are you doing? We're good. How are you? Excellent.
I'm fantastic.
Well, I love that you're so upbeat. I mean, it's a very bad time for people. How have you been coping?
Well, I mean, I guess as much as anybody, I've kind of been at home and really just hanging out. I've been in the studio recording some stuff, which was fun. I wrote a bunch of songs, which was also great. So just trying to make the best of my time as much as I can, you know.
How long did it take you to write this particular song and also the album, of course, which you've been working on?
6 Feet Apart probably took us maybe 2.5 hours maybe to do. Just kind of fell out. Usually how the good ones are. Obviously a lot of props to Brent and Rob, you know, those guys are great. But it was a lot of fun, man. We wrote over the computer, you know, which was kind of weird. But it was good, man. It's a good day.
How have you been coping with everything? No awards shows, no touring. How's all that been affecting you mentally and in general?
I was actually in the UK when I had to come home early, which was unfortunate. We had played 2 shows already there in Europe, and we were about to, do our first night at the O2 in London, which would have been incredible, and that was really unfortunate because we love it over there, and I'm looking forward to coming back.
I had my tickets for the O2. I was coming to see you.
Oh, man, it would have been good. I'm excited.
I know.
Listen, just to go back a bit, how did you get into this business, Luke? Because didn't you go off to university to study something and then you dropped out, didn't you, before you graduated and thought, no, I'm going into music?
Yeah, absolutely. I was in college for about 3 years before I got into this. I wanted to do criminal justice. I wanted to be a homicide detective is what I wanted to do.
Really?
I had been singing my whole life. It was something I always did, something that I thought I was pretty good at and made me happy. So once I kind of started to pick the guitar up at about 21, everything just kind of made sense from that point on.
We've never interviewed anybody that has said as an answer to a question, I wanted to be a homicide detective.
Well, you have now. Add it to the list.
I really have. And why did you want to be a homicide detective? I mean, that's a rough job.
I mean, it's definitely a rough job. I think obviously those people that are put in that situation deserve justice and the families deserve closures. I enjoy a good mystery, man, as well. So I think solving that would have been using kind of the same part of your brain as maybe writing a song in a sense. You're trying to find answers to questions and maybe you don't even really know the questions yet. You kind of got to figure those out before you can get the answer even. So I think that's how it relates kind of, at least mentally speaking, to songwriting and how my brain works. Maybe that's what attracted me to it so much.
Did you always want to kind of cover all the bases as well? I mean, you can rock it out on a song like One Too Many or something like Moon Over Mexico. I love that song, by the way, much gentler. Was it always your intention to try and cover all the bases as a songwriter?
I think so, man. I think being versatile is really important. I mean, if you look at a guy like Ed Sheeran, I mean, he does everything, especially on that collab album. He can write a rap song or a rock song and be just as great, which is I think why people love him so much, because he does what he wants and he puts out good stuff.
Who are your heroes in pop and who are your heroes in country?
I've always been a big Eric Church guy, but I grew up listening to Brooks and Dunn and Clint Black and Garth and Vince Gill. I mean, was the first concert I ever went to, and he's kind of the guy that inadvertently taught me to sing through the radio. And so I love that kind of stuff. But I mean, I guess on the popular music side, I'm a huge Ed Sheeran guy. I mean, have been since he came out. And I love Elton John and Billy Joel. And those kind of like singer, storyteller type guys are something that I've always been attracted to, man. Like Tom Petty, I'm a big Tom Petty guy. And a lot of that I got from my parents.
For anybody that's not heard your album, I mean, we've heard it. It's called What You See Is What You Get. How would you kind of categorize it, describe it? Because Tim says, as I do, the whole gamut of stuff is in there.
Sure, and I think that was what the title was going for, is just I am what I am. And then whatever I write over the course of an album, this one's for you, and putting out What You See Is What You Get. Whatever I think is the best songs that I have is what will go on there.
Luke's single, 6 Feet Apart, an album, What You See Is What You Get, both out now, and he'll be headlining C2C next year. I've kept my ticket, so I'll be all right. I can come along. I don't want a refund. I'm going to come see you, Luke.
You're right on, Steve.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tim, Steve. See you guys.
See you, Luke. Take care, Luke. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Stay safe.
family out, buy my buddies all around, pay some extra on the tab, catch a movie, catch a cab, watch a ball game from the stands, probably overwash my hands. I miss my mom, I miss my dad, miss the road, I miss my band, giving hugs and shaking hands. Well, it's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes, but there'll be crowds and there'll be shows, and there will be light after dawn. Someday we are 6 feet apart.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. Same scenes, baby, since we've been together. Ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to. Never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together. Loving you weather times are good or bad, happy or sad. Yeah. Whether times are good, bad, happy or sad. Why people break up? Oh, and turn around and make up. I just came to see.
Oh, it's Al Green. Let's stay together. It's Serious Jockin' at 4:15. Uh-oh, it's time to get your shout out on Serious Jockin'. Tell us what you're doing now and tonight and at the weekend. Where are you? Are you at home? Are you traveling? Are you working? What's going on tonight and tomorrow? Do big up also NHS and carers as usual, please, and mention vulnerable people as you want, please. And let us know if you're back to work. Oh, and have you booked a haircut yet? And also tell us what you're going to be doing on the weekend. So to get a shout out on Serious Jockin', tell us what you're doing now, maybe tonight and at the weekend. Who are you? Where are you? Are you at home, traveling, working? What's going on tonight? What are you having for a meal? Where you're traveling to tomorrow? Do big ups for NHS and carers as usual, please. Mention vulnerable people if you wish, and let us know if you're back to work. And have you booked yourself a haircut yet? And don't forget your no G puns. It's Serious Jockin' at bbc.co.uk. Serious Jockin', all one word, no G at the end of Jockin'. Or you can text as usual 88291 or tweet us at BBC Radio 2 using the hashtag Serious Jockin'. One more time, Serious Jockin' at bbc.co.uk. I know you know. Or you can text 88291 or tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Good luck.
Serious Jockin'.
Put you on.
BBC
Now here's the Bobster.
Steve, thank you. First of all, if you're anywhere near the A90 at Crimond, we've got it closed both ways. There's a bus fire, so both directions at the moment completely shut. M8 westbound partially blocked. There's an accident between junction 4A for the Heartlands interchange and 5 for Hart Hill. Just past the services where the accident is, but you can get past it. The A590 at Levens westbound, they are holding the traffic just from the A6 at Levens Hall to the A50 74 because they've got an accident there. Not sure how long they're going to hold you for. M62 westbound at 27 Gilderson, we've got a broken down lorry on the exit Slit Road. You can get past it though. And the M6 problems now northbound 15 Stoke-on-Trent to Kill services. There's still that broken down lorry on oil spillage. And the M6 southbound 14 to 13, still the breakdown there. M5 southbound 5 to 6 down to Worcester. We had a breakdown there blocking a lane. That's now cleared. To Bristol, the M5 southbound over the Avonmouth Bridge. There's a broken down vehicle past 18 for the M49. Not causing a big queue though. A30 westbound still shut from Camborne West through to the Loggins roundabout. Back with another one for you in 30 minutes.
Thank you.
If you had my love and I gave you all my trust, would you comfort me? And if somehow you knew that your love would be untrue, would you lie to me and call me baby? Now if I give you me, this is how it's got to be. First of all, I won't take you cheating on me. Tell me, who can I trust if I can't trust in you? And I refuse to let you play me for a fool. Yeah, yeah. Now we could possibly spend eternity. See, that's what you told me, that's what you said. You want me, you have to be the fulfilling of my dreams. If you really want me back, if you had my love and I gave you all my trust, would you comfort me? Tell me, baby. And if somehow you knew that your love would be untrue, would you lie to me and call me baby? You said you want my love and you've got to have it all. But first there are some things you need to know. If you wanna live with all I have to give, I need to feel true love or it's got to end, yeah. I don't want you
J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez.
with me and I am
If you had my love. Hello from the big show. How you doing? The weekend starts properly in 15 minutes' time. Oh, yes. Coming up, news at 4. There's Bobby, there's Harvey, there's Mike with sport at 4:15. The Jockin'.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Great Britain.
In the United Kingdom, across the planet. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Harvey Cook. Spain, Italy, France and Greece are among the 73 countries that people in England can visit without having to quarantine on their return. And the details confirmed in the last hour by the Department for Transport. The exemptions will come into force on Friday next week. Portugal and the United States are not on the list. The leaders of the devolved administrations in Scotland and Wales have criticised the UK government's handling of the changes. Our correspondent Alexandra Mackenzie listened to Nicola Sturgeon speak.
She said that the Scottish Government will not be dragged along by what she described as another government's shambolic decision-making process. And she said that she'd had almost little or no time to look at these lists. She said the lists kept coming to her and they would change. So she described them as shifting sands.
The organisation representing UK-based airlines said it was very pleased carriers will be able to restart flights to key markets in time for peak summer travel. Airlines UK said a huge increase in bookings in the past few days showed people were keen to get travelling again. A woman's been sentenced to life in prison after pleading guilty to planning a suicide bomb attack on St Paul's Cathedral in London. Sophia Sheikh, who's 37, will serve a minimum jail term of 14 years. She was known as Michelle Ramsden before she converted to Islam. The first hearing has taken place in Turkey in the trial of 20 men accused of murdering the journalist Jamal Khashoggi. He was killed in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul in 2018. The Saudi defendants are being charged in their absence with deliberate monstrous killing. Mr. Khashoggi's fiancée, Hatice Cengiz, gave evidence. Speaking afterwards, she said it had been a difficult time.
This has become a responsibility that has been emotionally as well as spiritually put upon our shoulders. I thank you all on behalf of Jamal. We trust in Turkish justice. The judiciary process has begun, and our search for justice will continue in Turkey, as well as everywhere else we can.
The authorities in Hong Kong have brought the first charges under the national security law imposed by the Chinese government. A man's been accused of secession and terrorist activity after allegedly driving his motorcycle into police officers on Wednesday. Rupert Colville, a UN human rights spokesman, criticised the new rules.
We're concerned that the definition of some of the offences contained in the law are vague and overly broad. This may lead to discriminatory or arbitrary interpretation and enforcement of the law, which could undermine human rights protection.
The former marathon world record holder Wilson Kipsang has been banned for 4 years for breaking doping rules. The disciplinary body for World Athletics said he'd failed to keep officials informed of his whereabouts 4 times in 2018 and 19 and had given false evidence. The Kenyan has denied using banned substances. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 4.
Thank you, Harvey. Sport now, Mike Williams.
Cheers, Steve. In cricket, England all-rounder Sam Curran has returned a negative test for coronavirus. The 22-year-old experienced a sickness bug on Wednesday after taking part in a warm-up match in Southampton. He'll now look to rejoin training over the weekend ahead of the first test with the West Indies, which starts on Wednesday. In rugby, the Rugby Football Union say they have no plans to change the rules on foreign-based players if Manu Tuolangi was to move abroad following his Leicester Tigers departure. Tuolangi is set to leave Welford Road after failing to agree terms on a new revised deal. Ahead of the rearranged Olympic Games next year, UK Sport have today said that they have received assurances from the government securing their funding for the Games, meaning they can now move forward with their plans for Tokyo. And world champion Lewis Hamilton was fastest in first and second practice for this weekend's season opening Austrian Grand Prix. The race on Sunday is the first of 11 in a truncated Formula One season.
Thank you.
When you gonna give me some time, Sharona?
I know, don't worry. The Nakamai Sharona. It's Serious Jockin at bbc.co.uk. Serious Jockin, all one word and no G at the end of Jockin. Or you can text 88291 or tweet us at BBC Radio 2 using that hashtag Serious Jockin.
Hello, Steve. It's Alan.
Yes.
People who say, let's do this. Please don't do that.
Turn it up and get grooving and shaking it. Saturday nights are a vibe.
The Craig Charles House Party on BBC Radio 2.
Funk and soul to put a wiggle in your weekend. Crank it up in the kitchen. Let's all hang out in the lounge or pump it up on the patio.
Pump up the jam, pump it up.
Bringing the party to all your houses.
The jam is pumping.
The Craig Charles House Party.
This Saturday night at 10 on BBC Radio 2.
To get your shout out or Serious Jockin mention, tell us what you're doing right now and tonight and at the weekend. Where are you? At home? You're travelling, working? What's going on? And what's going on tonight and tomorrow? Do big up NHS and also carers as well as usual, please. And mention vulnerable people should you wish to. And let us know if you're back at work or going back to work soon. If you've booked a haircut, and don't forget the no G puns. It's Serious Jockin at bbc.co.uk. That's Serious Jockin, all one word, no G at the end of Jockin. Or you can text as usual 88291 or tweet us at BBC Radio 2, and we do love a pun.
I have a feeling, a fire inside, a fire that wakes me up and carries me through until I sleep at night. I'm on the road and I know where it's leading. My destination's calling. All of these days I'm searching, striving, bleeding. The time will come when I'm crying freedom. I'm not gonna be a forgotten man. I'm living my life with a master plan. I'm holding a vision and it's in my head. I'm not gonna be a forgotten man. Yeah. All of my troubles, I brush them aside. Somebody held me up and carried me over to the other side. I'm on the road with a prayer and a reason. All of these days I'm searching, striving, bleeding. The time will come when I'm crying freedom. I'm not gonna be a forgotten man. I'm living my life with a master plan. I'm holding a vision and it's in my head. I'm not gonna be a forgotten man. I'm living my life with a master plan. I'm holding a vision and it's in my head. I'm not gonna be a forgotten man. Every woman, man, and child. Live like you're free. Yeah. Move into your destiny. Nobody hold you back. Be what you wanna. We're in this together. Oh, all of these days.
That is Sean Escoffrey and Forgotten Man.
The time will come when we're crying freedom.
Just about 3 or 4 minutes away from the Jockin.
Alan and Mel.
Kathleen says, why do you have to be in different studios?
I think it's actually helping, to be honest.
Has yours got a hot tub as well?
Zoe says, I was listening to your show a few weeks ago. I made a sudden movement and ended up dislocating my knee.
She's not going to sue us, is she? I'm friends with Judge Rinder. Don't
I am
mess
too.
with me. Oh, yeah.
Friends with Judge Rinder.
Mel, have you got any...
Yes, I know what you're going to say.
You too.
We end up finishing each other's
sentences.
Anyway, yes.
Saturday mornings from 10
on BBC Radio 2.
Time flies by when the night is young. Daylight shines on an undisclosed location. Bloodshot eyes looking for the sun. Paradise delivered and we call it a vacation.
Jockin is moments away. There's Anywhere, Rita Ora. And now, Bobster with the traffic.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, the latest on the A90 at Cremont. Closed both ways because this vehicle fire. So that's both directions. You can't get through at all. The M8 at Junction 5 for Shots. Now, there was an accident on the westbound side. They've actually cleared it. Still got congestion back to 4A, though, so still very, very slow. A590 in Cumbria at Levens, westbound only. Closed completely now with this accident between the A6 at Levens Hall to the A5074, so there's no change there. The latest, if you're heading onto the M6 problems now, southbound 14 to 13. We've still got that breakdown. There is still one lane shut, and the M6 northbound, the broken down lorry after junction 15 for Stoke-on-Trent is also still there, and the oil spillage. It's queuing back to Stafford Services, taking almost an hour to get through there at the moment, so it is one to avoid if you can. The latest, if you're heading to the A1 at Oakenbury southbound, we've got a lorry having a wheel change. This is at the Brampton Hut A1307 turn, but not causing a big queue. M5 southbound at Avonmouth Bridge, there's a breakdown at 18 to 19 towards Porter's Head. You can get past it fine, just a little bit slow past the scene. And Dorset Warmwell, the A353. Now, both ways been blocked completely. There's an accident between the A352 and the Ringstead turn-off. Back with another one for you in about 40 minutes.
The Big Show.
BBC Radio 2. Feels right. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Hello, I'm Timmy Smith, Radio 2 broadcaster and friend to DJ Silly Boy. That's BOI, by the way. And now, it's my great privilege to mention that it's 4:15 in the UK. Silly Boy's going to be on the decks. He's got his playlist, bangers in hand, and the floor fillers. That doesn't mean he's doing grouting, by the way. It's music. Stand by. This is Serious Jockin' with no G.
Serious Jockin'.
Timmy, this is Serious Jockin' with no G. I am DJ Silly Boy, and the weekend starts now. Martin is the frontman of global supergroup Coldplay, and he's here right now. Good afternoon, Chris.
Hi,
how are you?
everybody. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's our pleasure. And how are you, first of all? Everything okay?
I'm very grateful to be here.
Why?
Well, every day is a blessing.
Oh, I love you because you're so nice.
No, but that's how I feel. You asked the question.
Yeah, I did. So now, listen, you're gigging tonight, right?
Yes, and tomorrow.
So we should say that, yeah, and tomorrow, of course.
Tickets available at most Woolworths.
Most Woolworths. I like an old-style reference. That's great. So what do you do? How do you get yourself psyched for a show?
I do some interviews and shave.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Tonight I might go for a run in the park.
Really?
Yeah. I landed in London yesterday and immediately ate loads of scones because they're harder to find in America. And no, I feel like I should try and get rid of some of them before we take the stage.
We did say this interview will be mainly musical-based, but if you want to talk about scones, that's okay.
Well, sometimes when you leave your home country for a while...
Oh, I know, yeah. And, of course, my daughter, who's at university in America...
She is. Okay.
She can't get Cadbury's chocolate.
Yep.
Cost me 35 quid to send a bar of chocolate.
Maybe you should send more than one at a time.
I never thought of that, Chris. That's a very good idea. Let me just write that down.
Where did you get the scones from, by the way? Did you go to a tea shop? Did you have cream with them and jam?
Basically, yes. And too many, because I have a sort of addictive personality, and so after about 7, I'm like, I think I might be ready to move on.
Well, you don't put on any weight, and also, you're vegetarian, of course, right?
Well, not really.
What do you mean, not really?
Well, I eat meat.
So that'll be
That's
not.
a big not really, then, isn't it? Really?
It depends where you draw the line.
Yeah, the definition of vegetarian is
I was
usually...
vegetarian for quite a long time, and then for various reasons I changed. And my daughter is vegetarian since she was born, so I keep getting tempted to go back. I don't eat very much meat.
Was it the thought of dead animals? Was it the taste as well, or...
Do you want me to give you the honest answer?
Yes, I do, yeah.
I felt like you should only eat something that you'd be able to kill. I don't know why on earth we're talking about this. I've got to stop talking. This will be some kind of headline.
What a shame.
But I was thinking, could you kill a fish? I wouldn't like it, but I probably could, so I'll eat a fish.
No, I understand. Sixth album, Ghost...
But a giraffe.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to eat a giraffe, would you?
You won't be doing 6 even if you're back from the States.
So you're making it worse for yourself now. I'm trying to change the subject. You're just going back. Sixth album, Ghost, topped the charts in 100 countries, sold more than 80 million records worldwide. I mean, when you have a new album like that, do you worry about it? Because I would imagine you're a bit of a perfectionist, and they're all perfect albums, really.
Well, I don't worry so much anymore, because the sort of pact we made amongst ourselves as a band was just to really follow our gut instinct. And we know that whatever we do, someone will not like it, so we sort of stop worrying about them. And it's very liberating, because I'm sure every day you have someone texting in something not so great.
Yeah.
And so you're like, well, sometimes it's useful criticism, but most of the time we're so grateful to have our job after 14 years or whatever.
Yeah.
How important is it for you then to make sure that you keep that distinctive sound? Because there is very much a distinctive sound.
Right.
So I'm just wondering, if you maybe go off on a tangent and do something really quite new
Right.
for the band, do you sort of go, oh yeah, but does it really have that distinctive
No.
sound?
Because the 5 of us have been together for so long and we're so honest with each other, I trust that if something makes it through those nets, then it's okay.
You were called the world's sexiest vegetarian. Now you're no longer a vegetarian, so I guess you could just...
Are your notes from 10 years ago, Steve?
No, they're not. No,
Is your Google set to 2004?
No, I didn't Google. I collate from different sources, me. You know me. So you must be the world's sexiest...
Unsexiest vegetarian.
Lead singer,
No,
perhaps.
I don't think so. I think I come about 17th.
Yeah. Now, supporter of great causes also.
Right.
What are your current causes that you're kind of into?
We always work with a group called Kids Company in London, which is run by this amazing woman called Camilla Batman-Gelich. And that's mainly what we do behind the scenes. At the moment, we're a tiny bit involved with Prince Harry's thing, the Invictus Games. That's something that we got inspired by. It's anything that you feel inspired to get involved with. So it can be myriad things or just one.
I mean, it sounds corny, doesn't it? But you do like to give back, don't you?
I don't think it's corny. When I first got pocket money as a kid, my mum said you should give 10% of it away. And so we just keep that rule. Yeah.
That's a good rule.
I don't think it's corny at all. I think it would be amazing if all companies did that.
Let's take a break. And what we're going to do is play the single, and then we'll come back. It's on the Radio 2 playlist, and we'll be right back. We're going to play this, and then we're coming back. This is a pre-record, by the way, because right now, Chris and Johnny and Guy and Will are probably rehearsing, wherever.
He's not.
Sound checking, maybe.
He's running in the park.
Right now I'm doing star jumps by Prince Albert's statue.
Exactly.
That's what I meant. No, I meant that. Sky Full of Stars, that's the current single from the album, of course, Coldplay. I mean, it's well documented that you were influenced by Travis.
Inspired.
Inspired, okay, yeah, inspired. Who else inspired the band? And what was the kind of creative model? What was the creative model?
Well, that can change all the time. And, at the moment, I'd be inspired by Ed Sheeran or Rudimental or Lana Del Rey. There's always new people coming in who inspire you.
Yeah.
Because they do a song, you think, oh, man, I wish I'd thought of that. Or Beyonce, she's always ahead, and so you're always inspired by her. But in the beginning, it was Travis and Radiohead and bands like that who made it seem like it was possible to do this as a job. Because at that time, if you came from Devon, it didn't really seem feasible. We're not from Manchester, and I speak like this. I don't, you know what I mean? And so those bands sort of opened the door somehow. But it's always changing.
But you've got yourself into a position where people around the world, no matter what country you go to, they know who you are, they know that you work hard, they know that you're a great live band, they know you make great albums. And people, they have a Coldplay album. That must feel great, because when you're thinking back to when you first got together, that's probably where you'd like to be.
It's nice to be asked, actually, because it's an amazing feeling. Yesterday, this lady came up to me and said something so sweet, and I'd been thrown off by something an hour before. I was like, okay, well, that's why we do it.
Yeah.
And this was, I can't even remember what country it was.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Of course. It's crazy.
And whenever I've seen you live, you clearly work so hard, all of you, making it look easy, do the songs as good as they are, if not better and different from the albums. Is that something that you set out to do and something that you get together and you say, like, okay, we've got to get this right? Or does it just happen?
Well, for example, if you're playing somewhere like Glastonbury, the feedback you're getting is so amazing that it just can't help but uplift. It's like when Mo Farah was running in the Olympics. It felt like he was almost floating on the energy that the crowd was giving him. Not that he hadn't trained. It's not like he just rolled out of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a give and take. I think when you're receiving that much energy, it's so inspiring.
Yeah.
So to that end, do you prefer being in the studio or being on tour, or is it really a combination of both?
I like both. I'm sorry I haven't got anything really bad to say to that. I feel so grateful. Music, especially over the last couple of years, has been very alchemizing. You know, you're like going through something difficult in your life or whatever, and music for me is always a friend and something that helps me figure things out. And always at the end of the day, that's what I'm doing, but in the middle of the night. So I need that time on my own with it, but I also love going out and playing it.
Yeah, we're not going to go into anything, but
you
I mean,
you can ask whatever you like. Man.
Okay, but when you have personal problems and you're going through breakup or whatever it happens to be, how do you rise above that when you're performing, and how do you rise above it in your professional life and then in your personal life?
Well, my job is so uplifting, and that just naturally is an endorphin. I'm very lucky that I have some good teachers and good people who have written some great things that have made you able to alchemize. When you asked about ghost stories, do I mind what people think? It's so important for me, that album. It hasn't really crossed my mind what it means for anyone else, because I needed it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So it's quite a cathartic experience then.
Yes, for me it was like that. How do you turn a bad feeling into a good feeling?
Is that something you've had to master, though? And is it easier now?
I'd love to master.
But does it get easier over the years to rise above everything, whether it's personal stuff or professional
Well, I'm 67 now. And
Crikey, you look good.
You look great.
For the sexiest vegetarian.
Yes. I've been the world's sexiest vegetarian now for 47 years.
Ex-vegetarian.
No, I think it's just something that, you know, you can choose your paths in life. I find when you get to a point where you're like, I could either jump off a bridge or I could try and turn this around. And I'm sure lots of people have that in much harder instances. I don't know if it gets easier. You just find the right tools.
Well, what should we play from the current album? We played the single already. What do you fancy as we go?
I'll play a song called Ink.
Okay, yeah, I like Ink. I'm going to play that as we go. And Coldplay play the Royal Albert Hall in London. It's tonight and tomorrow. Their new single, Sky Full of Stars, and the album Ghost Stories are out right now. Not that you needed to know that. And then the plan is, what's the plan from there once you've done your 2 shows?
I think maybe open a tennis academy.
That's very nice. Go for a sausage sandwich.
Yeah, sort of mix the two. We want to prove that being unhealthy and sporty is possible.
A few scones after.
You're not jotting this down. There's a song there somewhere, I'm sure. Chris Martin, everybody. Thank you
very
Chris.
much,
Really
guys.
good to see you. Thanks for being so nice. Good luck tonight.
I don't know how you got me to talk about all this stuff. But
Nor do I. He's sorry. And now I'd like to bring on Janie Lee Grace and Tim Smith. Let's go to Janie first of all. What you got, Janie?
The size of hats is determined by measuring the maximum length and breadth of the head, adding the results together and then dividing them by 2.
I always remember 6 7/8 for me.
Really? I don't think I've ever been measured for a hat. In fact, I don't think anyone ever is anymore, are they?
Yeah, I think so. Milliners do it.
Great. I love a milliner.
I like a milliner, yes. I've got a big head, haven't I?
Yeah. Anyway, what you got else?
Amongst the ancient Incas, a couple were never considered properly married until they'd exchanged their sandals.
When Bugs Bunny first appeared in 1935, it was called Happy Rabbit.
There is a speaking well in the village of Trou, Montois, France, which repeats the whole phrase spoken into it.
Really?
Desperate to go there.
A snail will mate only once in its lifetime. When it does mate, however, it can take as long as 12 hours to consummate the act.
That was Tim Smith and Janie Lee Grace.
On average, more snow falls in the state of Virginia in the eastern part of the USA than in the Arctic lowlands.
How many smells do you think the nose can smell?
Oh, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands potentially.
How many?
Gosh, 200,000.
200,000, you say?
Yes.
No.
27,543.
27,543, you say?
Yes.
Correct. No, it's 50,000.
Factoids.
Singer-songwriter, DJ, fashion designer, icon, Boy George is here. All right. Good afternoon, George. Hello. That's good, isn't it? All those things that you are.
Yeah, and more, probably.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Boy George has had continued success as a solo artist and with a career spanning over... How many years would you say it is then, George?
Over 30
roughly.
now, roughly.
Yeah. When was the first time you realised you were doing okay and that you were making headway as an artist? What year?
I think I still think that. You know?
Oh, no.
So recently, I do marvel, because I've been DJing for over 25 years and I'm amazed that I still work.
Really?
And I can't believe I still get gigs. It's great.
Well, Saturday, 19th of July, Culture Club will start their comeback tour with a performance of BBC One's Live at Edinburgh Castle. How difficult has it been to get Culture Club back together, given the kind of history that you had?
It's been amazing. We've just been to Spain, recorded a new album. So we've recorded 19 tracks in less than 2 weeks. You know what? People don't change. People are who they are. So the longer you know people, you just have to kind of... I would say being in Culture Club is a lesson in tolerance.
Really?
I think it's like going home for Christmas. I always describe being in a band like, you go home to your family,
Yes.
and then you know that there's always going to be some row about something, some gripe. That's kind of how it is with Culture Club.
Are you the same person that you were 20 years ago? I mean, you said people are basically the same. I don't know if I agree with that entirely. Well, I think we change, don't we, depending on where we're at in our lives.
I suppose we're lucky. If we're lucky, we change in the sense that we get a sense of who we really are and we don't have to kind of be childish about stuff. I mean, I think that's the difference. You grow up a bit and you realise, do I need to get upset about this? Do I need to have an argument about this? Do I need to control everything? I think, for example, back in the day with Culture Club, I used to sort of try and tell them what to wear, what to say, what to eat.
Were you a bit of a control freak, George?
I might have been. I still try and tell them what to eat, but it doesn't work. But, I mean, in terms of what they're wearing, I do not get involved anymore. Because I did put them into some ridiculous things.
Well, yeah, but it worked. It worked.
Yeah, it did work at the time, but I wouldn't try it now.
Now, what about yourself? You look fit and well. You're still slimmed down.
Yes.
How are you managing to do that?
Vegan. Totally vegan.
Okay. Vegan's one step beyond vegetarian.
It is. But potatoes are vegan. Just make me some potatoes.
Okay, but yeah, all right, George, explain vegan. Me and you are going out for a meal in a minute, okay? I'm going to have roast potatoes. I'm going to have a nice chop or something.
Okay, well,
what are you going to have?
I'll tell you what I had for breakfast this morning. I had
potatoes.
Leftover potatoes with rocket and pesto, vegan pesto, which I made myself. I had some mushroom soup, which I'd made yesterday.
For breakfast?
And some pickles. Listen, all these rules about what you can have for breakfast. Since when did cavemen have Cocoa Pops for breakfast? Oh, why not? I'll have.
That's fair
you
point,
ate what
actually,
you
yeah.
ate,
Yeah, no,
when
fair
you
point.
could. I just think there's no rules. I often have vegetables for breakfast. The Japanese do it.
Wow.
It's delicious. Trust me.
Okay, George,
Trust
I will.
me.
Yes, I will.
Have it. It will blow your mind.
Tim, I'll just get back to work here.
Sorry.
December 1st, the SSE Hydro in Glasgow for Culture Club. Tuesday, 2nd of December, Metro Radio Arena, Newcastle. Thursday, 4th, Leeds Arena. 5th of December is Manchester Arena. Nottingham Arena, Saturday, 6th. Then on to Liverpool, the O2 in London, of course, Tuesday, 9th. Brighton Centre, Birmingham National Indoor Arena, Cardiff Arena, Sunday, 14th. And Bournemouth International Centre, Monday the 15th. Why are you gesticulating at me,
Because we've
George?
got Alison Moyer as well.
Oh, great.
It's going to be amazing.
All right, Alison Moyer, yeah. Hey, can't get better than that. I love it.
You can't.
So now there's a lot going on. And will you continue your solo career after the album? You won't be back together permanently, or
We'll see what happens, but I'm at the moment doing a dub album, which is a dub version of my album, which I've got Sinead O'Connor on, Linton Kwesi Johnson, George Clinton.
Great.
So I'm doing that. I will continue to make my own music. And it will be different to what I do with Culture Club, because that's part of the fun, really.
For more information, by the way, on BBC Live at Edinburgh Castle, including how to get tickets, you can go to bbc.co.uk/Edinburgh Castle, and Culture Club will be on tour this December, as I mentioned, starting at the SSE Hydro on Monday, 1st of December. We're still playing the single Nice and Slow,
yes,
which is also out, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And the album that's from is called
This
Is What I Do. This is what I do. By the way...
Oh, c'est que je fais. C'est que je fais.
Listen to you two internationalists.
Yeah. I was just talking to George, because I mentioned this on the air the other day. I did hear you be interviewed somewhere. It was in America, and you really gave this guy a bad time.
Canada.
But, by the way, I like it. It's great when you get angry on the air. You used to do that quite a lot, didn't you?
You know what? I think the thing about being defensive, when people go into areas that you don't really want to go into, sometimes what it is with journalists is they make assumptions that they know more than they actually do.
Yeah.
The guy came at me with the comment that it was difficult for me to even really answer him without going into really every detail of my life. And I just thought, you got a cheek, I don't even know you. I wouldn't discuss this with my mum.
Yeah.
That was the point I was trying to make. I probably should have just said that and left it at that. But of course, being a Gemini, I went on and on.
It was sensational.
I heard it was quite funny, but I didn't listen back to it. There were some funny comments online from people ranging from great to... quite awful.
You'll get some good ones from this.
Oh, good.
Thanks, George. Good to see you.
Thank you.
See you next time. Bye, George. Jones is an actress who rose to fame after starring as Karen MacDonald in Corrie for 4 years, and she's here today with her latest project. It's Saran. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm going to join in the applause.
Yes, you're allowed to do that. Now, after The Street, you did all kinds of stuff. Namely, I know you from the Scott and Bailey thing that you do.
Yes.
Which is still on, isn't it?
Yes, it's still on, and we start recording a new series in 5 weeks.
Blimey.
Yes.
So you're working hard. You're also in a play, I know, in Manchester, so you must be working day and night.
I am at the minute, yes. So I'm going to leave here and go back, do a couple more plays, and then, but that's nearly ended. So I'm looking for a hot breakaway for 4 days.
Where do you want to go?
Where's hot in April?
I always say you have to go at least 4.5 hours, I think, or maybe 3.5 hours to get somewhere hot.
Yes.
So that's going to be North Africa.
Yep.
It's going to be southern Spain. Could be South America, somewhere like that. Or
I'm coming here again. I can get my travel sorted.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. This is the place to be. Now, Saran is one of the stars of a new BBC period drama series called The Crimson Field. It's set in a field hospital in northern France during the First World War. So tell us who you play. Tell us a little bit about the piece and what's it about.
It's written by Sarah Phelps, who wrote Great Expectations, and she has written this wonderful drama, Crimson Fields. And as you said, it's set on a field hospital. I play Sister Joan Livesey, and she is a reservist from Liverpool, and she makes her way over to France. She rides a motorbike. As she arrives, she's kind of dressed in a greatcoat and gentleman's outfit.
She rides a motorbike?
She does. She's very forward-thinking. She's a suffragist where she lives in Liverpool. Her section of friends are quite political.
Right.
So when she arrives, she is there to kind of promote the VADs, and she wants the VADs, Voluntary Aid Detachment.
Thank you.
And within the field hospital, Kerry Fox plays our lead nurse,
Great.
and Hermione Norris plays another sister there.
Great cast.
They're old school, whereas my character is quite forward-thinking. I'm struggling because it's quite hard past episode 1 or 2 to give you a clue as to why my character is there, because she has a big secret.
OK, for that time of the century, she's militant, isn't she?
Yes.
For one reason or another, we should say.
Yeah. There is a reason why she's there.
Yeah.
Obviously, the other girls who are quite middle class and they've suddenly found their way into volunteering in France, and obviously they're quite shocked by what they find. Whereas my character is kind of used to this. She hasn't worked within the army before, But there are other reasons why she appears in France.
Tell us what happens in the first episode, but only take us up to a point where it won't spoil it for us.
It's a community on this field hospital, and it's lots of different sections of people that are thrown together throughout this period of time.
Nothing like MASH, of course.
Well, there's a MASH feel to it, I would say, because it is in just one place.
Yeah. And how does it look? How's it shot then?
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, the set design, we actually were in a field in Wiltshire, and the set people were like second to none. I mean, we'd come out of our caravans and we'd just walk onto this wonderful field hospital, and we went through the summer, then we went through wind and rain, and then we went through mud. And it's told from the women's perspective. I guess that's the thing to say, is that it's from the nurse's perspective. We meet all the soldiers that come through the hospital, and we meet different sections of whether they're the young boys that joined up and didn't really know why they were joining up at that time, or whether they're the sergeants that want the young boys spick and span and straight back on the field, even though perhaps they're not quite ready to go
So did
back
you
on
have
the
to
field.
do any kind of research for this role to sort of get your head in that place?
Yeah, I spoke to Sarah Phelps, and she told me to read a wonderful book. It was about Elsie Knocker and Mary Chisholm. They were nurses in World War I. They were closer to Belgium, actually. And they both rode motorbikes, and they started in a motorcycle club, which is why Sarah Phelps told me to read that particular book. And they were so modern for their time. And it got me really engrossed. So I was fascinated by that. And I also read this wonderful book called A VAD in France, which was a diary of a voluntary detachment nurse in France at the time. But it really sent me back to all the things I should have learnt in school, actually. And that's the good thing about being an actor, is that you get to do research like that.
You know, this whole season is really, lest we forget those that died for all of us in the First World Wars.
Yeah, and the BBC have done an amazing job at doing documentaries, dramas.
Yeah.
They've done a huge section of stuff that will go throughout the whole year. And I guess we're proud because as an actor, as a writer, that's a wonderful thing that we can do, is to create a drama and remind people or introduce people to a time that perhaps they wouldn't know about.
Absolutely. And you can see Saran Jones in the first episode of The Crimson Field. It's this Sunday night at 9 p.m. on BBC One. I also know that you've been in this play up there in Manchester. And what will you be doing next?
I think, just 3 weeks off, bit of wandering around London. I'm going to talk to you about some more travel plans.
Okay.
After we finish the interview.
And do you miss the factory, by the way, in Corrie?
Oh, do you know what? Because I've been in Manchester doing the play, half of Corrie turned up to see the play.
Great.
It was wonderful.
Oh,
so I had Gail and Sally and Sean and Fizz. It's been great. Of course I miss them, yeah.
The first episode of The Crimson Field, it's this Sunday night, 9 p.m, BBC One. Good to meet you, Saran. Thank you. See you next time, Saran Jones. Now, where else do you want to go? 3.5 hours away? I can tell you. Today, I'd like to bring on Jamie Lee Grace and Tim Smith. Now, we were just saying we're going to go through some stuff later, some news and bits and bobs, and at this time of the afternoon, we still don't know if some of the things that we're talking about on the show were, in fact, April Fool's jokes.
I do believe square eggs were an April Fool's joke, though.
I think they were. That was in the Express earlier,
It was
wasn't
in the Daily Express, yeah. How could a hen pass a square egg?
With difficulty, I'm thinking. The origins of April Fool's Day are most likely a relic of the once common festivities held on the vernal equinox, which began on the 25th of March, Old New Year's Day, and ended on the 2nd of April.
Other theories include the switch from the Julian to the Gregorian calendar in the 1500s, when New Year's Day moved from the end of March to the 1st of January.
Scots were the first British people to adopt the common custom. There it was known as hunting the gowk, and someone would be sent on a gowk hunt, meaning a fool's errand.
They would be sent to deliver a note that, unknown to them, said, "Never laugh, never smile, hunt the gowk another mile." Whoever received the note would send the poor victim somewhere else, and so on and so on.
France are big April Fool's pranksters. That Hollande, that's nothing to do with April Fool's, nothing on the new Prime Minister. And the person fooled is known as the Poisson d'Avril.
Poisson.
Well, it's April fish. It does mean
poisson,
fish.
That's fish.
Yeah, because in April the sun quits the zodiac sign of the fish, i.e. Pisces.
The French traditionally celebrated by placing dead fish on the backs of friends, but the real fish have been replaced by paper fish. Bakeries and sweet shops also offer fish-shaped goodies.
In Portugal, April Fool's Day celebrated on the Sunday and Monday before Lent. Pranksters usually throw flour at their friends. Oh, that's hilarious.
In Denmark, May the 1st is known as Maycat and is identical to April Fool's Day, although Danes also celebrate April Fool's Day as well.
Got a couple of April Fool's Day pranks from the past here. In the 1950s, a Dutch television station ran a report announcing that the Leaning Tower of Pisa had fallen over.
In 1965, the BBC reported they were going to trial smell-o-vision. And in 1980, they also reported that Big Ben was going to be given a digital readout.
Des Lynam was hosting Grandstand in 1989. This was on April Fool's Day when a fight broke out between production staff behind him. It was later revealed to be an April Fool's prank.
Factoids.
Jennifer Hudson is here.
Wow.
Thank you. Just telling Jennifer how much we love her, how much we love her new single, how much we love her acting, how much we loved Spotlight, and all of that. And you were humbled, weren't you?
I'm so humbled, I don't even know what to say. I have no words. I can't describe it.
Listen, it must have been now 10 years since you kind of came to the fore, as we say.
You are very right.
2004, right?
I can't call the year, but 10 years since Idol.
Yeah.
About 7 years since Dreamgirls, I want to say.
Did you even win Idol?
No.
You
I was
didn't win?
7th place.
And who won that year? Do you remember?
Fantasia Barrino. Of course I remember.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
So did you think when you say you came 7th,
Mm-hmm.
so did you think, oh, that's it, no good?
No, I had to work harder. And I like to take things as a learning experience, and that's what I did. And I was like, you know what? I still got my talent, so I still got a chance.
Yeah, and you made it. Crikey, you made it. Jennifer's latest single, I Can't Describe the Way I Feel, has been heavily played here on Radio 2. The track was written and produced by the man of the moment, Pharrell Williams, of course, as well as collaborating with Pharrell on the single. Jennifer's also been working with top producers Timbaland and Salem Remy on her third album, which is due for release later this year. And as usual, I've got a single, but I've not got the album. They don't give me the albums.
It's not ready yet. Don't feel bad.
Is it mixed and everything?
No, we're still like in the process of recording. I still have at least the rest of this month to continue recording, and then hopefully they'll start mixing and mastering and all of that good stuff.
Can you tell us anything about it?
Oh my God, it feels good. I feel like it's a good representation of me, the person, the musician, the artist, everything.
Yeah.
You know, I've been far more involved and creative. And again, like you just said, I work with Timbaland, Pharrell, R. Kelly as well. We did a song that I think is an event. I think you're really going to like it.
Okay.
And we're both Chicagoans, so it has a Chicago flavor to it and
Great.
a tad bit of old schoolness to it. And it's a classic to me.
Do you know, I was thinking of going to Chicago the other day. What's it like?
What's it like? It's freezing.
But
lovely, though.
Apart from the fact that it's cold and windy.
I love it. There's no place like home. I still live in Chicago, so I love it there.
Is it buzzing?
Buzzing?
Yeah, you know, is it lively?
Is it happening?
Oh, yeah. I think it is.
All right, well, I'm going then.
It's always buzzing there.
Now, listen, the acting. I mean, my goodness, Winnie Mandela.
Yeah.
Oscar noms and all of that, and Oscar winning. Did you ever think that would happen? Dreamgirls, all of that.
I had no idea. As far as Dreamgirls, all I wanted to do was get my lines right and do the job I was hired to do. And I ended up winning an Oscar. And it's still surreal to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the plan? I mean, when you went into Idol, were you a gal with a plan?
I always wanted to sing. And just to be able to make my living doing that is just that simple. But God always give you a little bit more than what you ask for. And I ended up acting. Now I'm an actress and a singer. And
But
which is still weird.
Did you have dreams of acting?
I never thought about it.
So how did that come about then after Idol?
Well, because I was on Idol, it was like a good platform. And Barry Manilow actually arranged the song I was eliminated off of, like as if it was in I'm Telling You. They had the same song structure. And so people thought I was singing in I'm Telling You. And from that, people saw that performance and they were like, Jennifer Hudson for Effie White, Jennifer Hudson for Effie White. And I'm like, who is this Effie? I didn't even know who the character was. I was slightly familiar with the music, but that was all. And so when I see my name next to this Effie, and I'm like, who is this person? I don't know what they're talking about. But it was like, she needs to play Effie. She did I'm Telling You on the show. I was like, it wasn't in I'm Telling You, but it was very similar. Thank God Barry Manilow did that. And here I am.
Rest is history, as they say. What about artists that you like and you looked up to? I mean, I can't remember that far back, 2004, but who were your influences?
Oh, goodness. Well, Whitney Houston has always been my favorite, but I love everybody. Like, I'm just a music lover. I'm a fan of Barry. I'm a fan of Elton. I'm a fan of Celine Dion. I'm a fan of Tina Turner. Aretha Franklin. I just love music.
All the great singers.
Voices.
They're great.
You like voices,
Love voices, yes.
Yeah.
That's where I come from. I come from a singing background, so
Yeah.
I just love music.
And what about your own voice? Because there's so much power
Thank
in
you.
your voice.
Thank
Do you have to work it at all, or is it just there all the time?
I just wake up singing. I'm really honest. Like, the only thing I'm conscious of is just no air condition. Other than that, anytime, wake me up.
Was
Okay,
it
let's sing.
Always powerful from a young age?
Yeah, it was. And that's the thing that made me realize, like, wow, okay, I have something here. Like, I grew up singing, but I didn't realize that it was something different. So people were like, this little girl sounds like a grown woman singing. Yeah, it's always kind of been like
You
like
should
that.
have an album, I think, Jennifer, and the title of it should be I Just Wake Up Singing. I Just Wake Up Singing is perfect.
I wake up singing. My baby says that all the time. Mommy, why are you always singing? Why are you always playing music? Because that's all I know. Or, that's how I found you in the room, because I followed the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's great. All right, now listen, tell us about the single, which we're about to play. I know it's from the album. We're playing it on Radio 2, so I know a little bit about it, but for anybody that doesn't, tell them a bit about it.
It is a feel-good record. It's more about the feeling and the emotion, than music or just a song. So let it move you and groove with it, because I just want to uplift everybody. And I think I have uplifting spirits and positive energy. And so I just want to spread that in my music and Jenniferize everybody. That's what I call it. And so that's what this song will do, is just go with it and just groove.
I'm just going to write that down. Jenniferize it.
Jenniferize.
All right, that's great. Because you just wake up singing. I love it. Jennifer Hudson's single, I Can't Describe the Way I Feel, is out now, and her new album's on the way later this year. Do come back. I know you're over here doing some charity bits and bobs and promoting some stuff and all the rest of it, but do come back when the album's out.
I will definitely be
because
back.
we love seeing you.
Thank you so much.
Here comes the single, and Jennifer Hudson, you heard. Thank you very much, Jennifer.
Thank you.
See you next time. Bless you.
Where be that Steve Wright too? I know where he be. He be on that Radio 1 on the BBC. He knows, I hears he. Grateful I'm alive. Steve Wright show in the afternoon on free till 5:30.
Wright's big guests.
And now we have a girl called Jack here. I'll explain that in just a minute, Tim. Jack Monroe is here with 100 delicious budget recipes, but that's not all. That's not all there is to this whole thing. Jack was awarded the 2013 Fortnum & Mason Judges' Choice Award for the impact that her blog had, and was picked as the one to watch for her thrifty and nutritious blog recipes. Jack is an active social campaigner and has spoken at several political party conferences about hunger, and was invited to the G8 summit as part of an Oxfam campaign against hunger. Jack is an ambassador for Oxfam and has recently returned from Tanzania on her first trip with the charity, where she visited women farmers who'd taken part in a Big Brother-style television competition, having been nominated by their communities. And now we have this book, A Girl Called Jack. It's 100 delicious budget recipes, which we'll get to in just a moment. So a couple of things to cover. First of all, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Hi.
Happy birthday to your son.
Yes, 4 years old today.
Fantastic. Round of
Yay.
applause. And what's your son called?
He's called Johnny.
Hey, Johnny. Happy birthday. I doubt if he listens to Radio 2 yet, but he will today, right?
He does by default, because it's on in the house.
Excellent work. Now, how come you're called Jack?
Okay, firstly, let's clear this up.
Because you're a woman, ain't you?
I am all woman. I am definitely a woman. I had a very girly name, very pretty name. I know some girls that have my old name, and they're very
You're not
pretty,
going to tell us
girly
the
girls.
name, are you?
I'm not going to tell you the name. I'm not. I can't bring myself to. Jack was always a nickname from being very young. I was a Jack the Lad, and it just made more sense, really, to have a name that people actually called me rather than this girlish thing.
But you actually changed your name by deed, Paul.
Yeah, it's quite easy to do. Probably less unusual for me, because my brother changed his name when he was 6. 15 years down the line, I was like, I'm going to do that too.
What are you up to? Are you a radical person?
I wouldn't say it was particularly radical, but I don't suppose us radical types think we're anything other than out of the ordinary, do we? I'm just like, I just get on with my life. It's
No, we
a little
don't.
bit differently to how everybody else gets on with theirs.
What is the tenure of what you're up to, though? You feel very strongly about world hunger.
Yes, definitely. Having experienced it myself, I come from a nice family. My parents both worked, had jobs we never wanted for anything as kids. I'd always worked. And then I found myself on benefits, unemployed, and struggling to to bring up a young son and keep us fed and the roofs over our heads. I got my Penguin book deal about a year ago, but it's taken that year to pay off debts, reconcile rent arrears, and I'm only just at a level where
I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road, searching in the sun for another overload. I hear you singing in the wire, I can hear you through the whine, and the Wichita lineman is still on the line. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look like rain. And if it snows, that stretch down south won't ever stand the strain. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line.